Alright, so now I will be going into the CPF changes that were announced during Budget 2024. Okay, so, but in order for us to understand why there are some people that are unhappy about the changes, we need to first understand what is CPF shielding, because the changes that were announced actually did affect this CPF shielding. So let's see what is CPF shielding, what is it all about. Okay, so I'll show you the before CPF shielding and the after CPF shielding. So before age 55, okay, so assuming this is before shielding, okay, so assuming that there's this person, he has 210K in his ordinary account, and he has also 210K in his special account. Okay, we know that at age 55, CPF board will try to form the full retirement sum. In this case, it's 205,000 this year. Okay, so they'll first try to take money from the special account, and if there's sufficient, so CPF board will take the money from your special account to form this retirement account, leaving behind $4,200. So the rule is that once you have contributed to full retirement sum, you can take out any amount above that. So your CPF OA and CPF SA, you can take out this amount any point of time. Okay, so but when you don't need money, you can still continue to keep it to earn that 2.5% interest on your OA and 4% interest on your SA. So this is before shielding. So now let's move on to what if you have done the shielding. Okay. So again, same assumption, 210,000 ordinary and special account. Okay. So the first step of CPF shielding is that he or she will have to take the money inside their special account to invest it. Okay, so they have to take the money here to invest it. So assuming that this person, okay, so he has take 170K to invest in the low risk instrument, he or she will leave behind 40K in his special account. So this is the minimum amount that's required to be kept in the special account. So you won't be able to invest this amount. That's why you can only invest up to a maximum of 170K if you have a balance of 210K. Okay, so similarly for your OA, you can also do the same, where you take your money in your ordinary account and you invest into a low risk instrument. Okay, this is before you turn 55 years old, okay? So again, you invest it into a low risk instrument, leaving behind 20K, which is again, this is the minimum amount that you have to keep in your ordinary account. Okay, so at age 55, to form the full retirement sum, CPF will take that 40K from your CPF SA and leaving behind nothing. And then they also take 20, because it's not enough to form the full retirement sum, CPF board will also take 20K from ordinary account to form the full retirement sum. So now there is 60,000 inside the retirement account. Okay, so you can then choose, okay, after age 55, you can then choose to sell off your low risk investment instrument for the money of this 170K to go back to your SA, okay, to go back to your SA. And again, you can sell off your this low risk instrument of 190K in your CPF OA for it to go back into your CPF OA. Okay, so then subsequently, okay, you need to take cash of about 148,000 to top up to your CPF RA so that it meets the full retirement sum. Okay, so once you have met the full, so this amount that's left behind 170 will be able to give you that 4% interest rate, and this 190K that you left behind OA will continue to give you that 2.5% interest rate until you need to take out that money. Okay. So the end state before CPF shielding, okay, if you never do CPF shielding, basically you would have ended up with 210,000 OA and only about 4,200 in SA getting at 4% interest. So the whole idea is that you want to have more inside your special account so that it can give you that high interest of 4%. So this is the concept about CPF shielding. Okay, so the end state after you have done shielding is that you have about 190K in your ordinary account and about 170K in your special account. Much, much more than if you have not done the shielding. Okay, so this is the whole idea about CPF shielding. So with that, let us go into the major announcements that were made during Budget 2024. Okay, so one of the announcements was that special account will be closed for members after they turn 55 years old. Okay, so what does that mean? So again, let me just illustrate before the announcement and after the announcement. Okay, so before announcement, prior to 2025 and 2024, okay, so we all know that there are 3 accounts, OA, SA, MA, and at 55 years old, retirement account is created. Okay, in 2024, the full retirement sum is 205,000, right? Okay, so at 55 years old, CPF board will take money from your special account to form that full retirement sum. So assuming this person has 300K in his special account and 200,000 in his ordinary account. Okay, CPF board will take first from the special account that's enough So you'll take that 205,000 into retirement account, leaving behind a balance of 94,200. So this 94,200, okay, will continue to stay in that special account. Okay, so because you have met that full retirement sum, so this amount of 94,200 in special account and ordinary account you can take out at any point of time. So this was before the announcement in budget 2024. So what happens after the announcement? Okay, so same four accounts, right? At 55 years old, what happens is that, okay, so this number that you are seeing here, the full retirement sum has gone up slightly because this is numbers based on 2025. Okay, so if full retirement sum has gone up to 213,000, okay, the idea is similar. At 55 years old, CPF board will try to get the money from a member's special account first. So in this case, this person has 300K in special account. So CPF board will transfer $213,000 from his SA to his RA to form the full retirement sum. Okay, so but what has changed now is that after 55 years old, this special account, okay, so this special account will be closed off. Okay, so no more special account. So whatever balance that is left behind over here, this 87,000, instead of leaving it in special account to earn that 4% interest, it will be transferred over to the ordinary account to get that 2.5% interest. Okay, so this was the first key announcement. So the second key announcement was that the enhanced retirement sum level would increase from 3 times of BRS to 4 times of BRS. BRS is basic retirement sum. So we all know that there are 3 retirement sum levels when you hit 55 years old. Okay, so at 55 years old, by default, CPF board will take money from your SA and OA to form the full retirement sum. And this year, the full retirement sum is 205,000, right? Okay, so if let's say we were to do a property charge to this retirement sum, we only need to contribute the basic retirement sum, which is half of full retirement sum, or rather, the full retirement sum is 2 times of the basic retirement sum. Okay? So enhanced retirement sum is basically the cap or the maximum that you can put into your retirement account. And currently it is at 3 times, enhanced retirement sum is at 3 times of your BRS. So how does that translate into a monthly income? Okay, so for a person turning 55 years old in 2024, if he has contributed to the full retirement sum, he would have received a monthly income of about 1,600 per month from his CPF Life. But if he has enhanced it to the enhanced retirement sum, he's looking at a monthly payout of about $2,400 a month. Okay? So this is based on today before the announcement. So after the announcement, okay, so what has changed? Okay? Right, so this illustration that you are seeing over here is based on numbers, based on 2025, okay, for someone that's turning 2025. Okay, so the basic retirement sum in 2025 will be 106,000. Okay, full retirement sum is 2 times of that, or 213,000. And enhanced retirement sum, by right, it will be 3 times of basic retirement sum, or $319,500. Okay, so this $319,500, okay, if based on someone turning 55 in 2025, it will give a monthly payout of about $2,500. Okay, so but with that announcement, this enhanced retirement sum has been increased to 4 times of basic retirement sum, or $426,000. So the monthly income will now increase from $2,500 to about $3,300. Okay, so these are the 2 key changes that were announced in budget 2024. So of course there are a lot more other announcements that were made, but due to time constraint, I will not be able to go through the rest of the announcements. But if you'd like to, please go to our website. Our solutions team has distilled all the announcements into a website that you can go through on your own. Okay. Okay, let me see. All right, so I thought that, okay, so now that we understand what are the key changes, I thought it might be helpful for us to understand what could be the reasons why this change. Okay, so the number 1 reason is that if we think back to the objective of the CPF board, okay, so it has always been that their priority is that they want to take care of the lower middle household. Okay, the rationale, the thinking behind that is that people that are more affluent, they usually have assets other than CPF to plan for their own retirement. So that's why when doing this planning, a lot of time is based on the lower middle household in mind. So even the basic retirement sum, when it pays out at 65 years old, you'll be able to give someone from the lower middle household a very basic retirement lifestyle. That is why a lot of policies are designed with this household in mind. So for example, when we look back at the 1% extra interest, is only on the first 60K of our CPF balances. So why is that so? It's really to help this household to reach that BRS earlier. Okay, so this is reason number one. Reason number two, okay, so this was actually given by DPM Lawrence Wong during Budget 24, is that the move to close special account after 55 years old was to rationalize the CPF system. So what does that even mean? Okay, so Ministry of Finance, okay, so in a statement by Ministry of Finance, okay, they actually said, savings that cannot be withdrawn on demand should earn long-term interest. All right? Then savings that can be withdrawn on demand should earn short-term interest rate. Okay, so basically for our long-term interest rate of that 4%, it should remain in our long-term accounts, like example, our MediSave, our retirement account. So the 2.5% short-term interest rate, it should remain in the shorter-term account, which is our ordinary account, which we know we can use the money to pay for our housing, we can use the money to lend to our kids to pay for education. Okay, so but special account is giving that 4% long-term interest rate liquidity, meaning that we can take the money out at any point of time. So this change is really just to align the interest rate so that you are getting long-term interest rate for long-term accounts and short-term interest rate for short-term accounts. Okay, so if you really want that 4% interest, what you can do is you can transfer your money from your ordinary account into your retirement account to continue to get that 4% interest. We know that some people might be unhappy because when you do that, you are taking away that liquidity, you can't take out that money anymore. Okay, so we understand that there are some unhappiness on this. Okay, so but we are not here to debate on whether this is right or wrong, but we are really here just to share that, okay, so this is the rationale that has been given by CPF board and how we can respond to these changes.